In last week's episode, we left off trying to buy a motorcycle for Ayleen.
Let's start there.
We are in Auto Germania BMW here in Bogota, Colombia. So it's Monday, and we are awaiting final delivery of Ayleen's motorcycle. She had to transfer funds from a Bank of Colombia account to another Bank of Colombia account, and because it's just not straightforward, we're delayed just a little bit. But the bike's owner is on the way, the bike's in a truck, and then as soon as that gets here, we have to get out of town because I need to be in Medellin filming on Wednesday, so we really need to be there tomorrow so I can get some rest. So yeah, Ayleen just got off the phone. Here she is. Todo bien? Look who's here helping us out again. Kaiserberg! We thought everything was going our way, but after hours of waiting, we discovered that the money hadn't yet been deposited in the bank, and the deal was in peril. We're trying not to stress out because we've been told this deal is canceled, and then it's not canceled, and the money's not transferred, and then it is transferred, and we've been waiting for hours, and this has not been a very fun day. No. At all. Just lots of stress. So yeah, it's not a fun day.
But it will be.
It will be. We just had a crazy morning where we've been waiting for a couple hours, and then we got word from the guy selling the motorcycle that the deal is off. Like, we're supposed to be leaving, and so we're trying to figure out what to do, and the bank transfer hasn't gone through, and so we think, all right, we're screwed. And then out of nowhere, the guy that said the deal was off walks in the room. He's like, hey! So we're not sure if it was a joke or whatever, but then almost 2 minutes later, all right, we got word the money is deposited. And so now we're gonna get the bike, we hope. And now we have a motorcycle. So talk about mood swings. We went from, we just lost a deal, we have no moto, to we're done. They're literally right now unloading the motorcycle, and we're about to take off.
Oh, Dios mío, Dios mío.
Now it's a flurry of activity that everything is done. You can see behind us that paperwork's being done, signatures are happening. Now it's getting exciting. We are finally packed up and ready to go, except we have to wait for a couple more things. And one of the issues we're facing now is the sun is going to go down at about 6 o'clock. It's about 4 o'clock, so our safe window of driving is, we have about 2 hours, and we were hoping we could do about 5 hours today, so that's not going to happen. But it's cool. Tomorrow we'll just go as far as we can. What do you think of
But I
Paraceta?
have parcera. At least I have the personal.
Look at our bikes all packed up.
Where do you want to eat?
The first place we saw.
Okay.
So I'm like, that looks good.
Okay.
Look at this ambiance behind us. Trucks, music.
The most peaceful place.
This is the food. Not sure what it is, but it smells good.
Patagonia is like a banana. Oh, está muy rico.
Here in Colombia, it's super hot and humid, and I don't have my hydration pack with me right now. It's back in Medellin, and so one of the things we're doing is stopping frequently to hydrate, eating lots of salty stuff with Gatorade and water. And so if you don't do this and you're a motorcycle rider, what will happen is at the end of the day, you'll have a massive migraine headache, and it's just not very good. Plus your judgment and your reflexes will start to deteriorate, and so it can actually be dangerous. Behind me you can see this sign. This is Hacienda Napolis. This is the famous retreat where Pablo Escobar built his private zoo. They have totally destroyed all the old buildings of Escobar. It's sort of a scar on the history of Colombia, so they don't want to remember anything here. And the government has taken over the entire property. Now it's a giant amusement park with all of the old animals that Pablo raised. And so it's sort of a really cool place, but they've taken this sort of bad part of Colombian history and made it into a family-friendly place. This is where it's just a single lane highway all the way to Medellin. It's about 3 hours. We went from cold and rainy in Bogota to super hot here. It's very hot here. So we're taking a break for lunch, rehydrating. We've downed a few Gatorades. There's a lot of trucks you can see out there.
We are in El Doradal.
See, so we'll be dodging trucks, and tonight in about 3 hours we'll be finally back in Medellin. That trip from Bogota was pretty exhausting, but fortunately we were able to get to this fantastic hotel. It's called 61 Prado Guesthouse. I've stayed here a ton of times. I love it here.
It's fantastic.
One of the questions I get all the time is, how do you pay for the trips? How do you pay for the travel around the world? I've been doing this for years. The answer is a lot of work. And so fortunately, I'm able to work from just about anywhere in the world. So Tuesday, we arrived in Medellin, Colombia. Yesterday was Wednesday, and it was a full day in the studio where I was shooting videos for Adorama TV. And so we did a marathon session. And so normally I would shoot maybe 1 or 2 videos. We were able to actually film 3 in a full day. So it was, after that long ride down from Bogota, it was a long day in the studio. And then now I am editing all of these videos to try to get ahead of the game so I can have some videos that are finished and scheduled and uploaded and ready to roll on YouTube, so that when Ayleen and I leave and start heading through the jungles or remote areas, I don't have to worry about all those publishing dates. And so this week, unfortunately, we're not really doing any writing or anything exciting. It's just me sitting in this hotel room, editing these videos. Here's one I just finished. That's gonna come out, I think, in a couple weeks. Some stuff, and we'll show you exactly what happens when we move our camera in relationship to this light to add or reduce contrast. Yeah, it's just a lot of hours. I think it's gonna take me about 3 days because I have to have all 3 of these videos finished. And then again, we're gonna be shooting on the rooftop here at the hotel, I think on Sunday night. And then we have another studio session, I think on Monday and Tuesday, and then editing all those videos. And so for the next week or 2, it's just nose to the grindstone, getting a lot of work done, updating the blogs, Mark on a bike, Ayleen's updating her website. And then we're also doing a lot of work where we're contacting our partners and working with them to make sure that we're doing all the right things when we do start to ride. So the answer to how do you fund all this stuff is there are weeks where it's just not really exciting. It's just sitting in front of a laptop at a desk doing a lot of work. Well, after a few days of a lot of work, we were able to break free last night. We went to
Poblado.
And had some fantastic tacos. Cheers, man. We're in Park Lleras. ¿Cómo se dice? Lleras?
Lleras.
What do you think of this craziness?
Parque Lleras.
What do you think of this nastiness, this craziness?
Sí. Un poco loco, pero loco, pero interesante. La guayacita de
Lleras. We're back here working again, getting ready for a busy week next week.